Hey everyone, it's your girl Rach, and if this is your first time watching, welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing you my everyday full face glam foundation routine. I use like a combination of some drugstore products and some high-end products, and this is how it turned out. So yeah, if you want to know my updated full face foundation routine, then keep on watching. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and follow me on Instagram. Alright, let's get right into the video. Alright, so first things first, we are going to prime the skin. Now, actually, make sure you're moisturized first. So I already moisturized my face. So first things first, we're going to prime the skin, and to do that I'm using the most amazing primer in the planet, and that is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. Now I know what you're thinking, that primer is like $50, but I got you, girl. The smaller one at Sephora, which is what I have, is only $20, and it comes with quite a bit of product in it too. And it smells amazing, and it works amazing. So yeah, the big one comes with like a scooper, but I just like use my nail to scoop a little bit out. But I'm going to be showing you how I do everything in this video except for my eyes. So that way in my other video, when I am showing eye looks, I can say, oh, I already did my face, but if you want to see my full foundation routine, then I'll reference you back to this video. Also, I'm not going to do my brows on camera today just because it takes too long. I did post a brow routine video, but my routine has changed since then, so I will be posting an updated brow routine video as well. So yeah, so I just applied that to the skin. They say like, oh, you only need like a rice-sized amount. But I kind of use, not a right-sized amount of rice, like a grain of rice. But I use more than that because I feel like I need it. I probably don't, but still. Alright, so the foundation that I have been loving is drugstore because a bitch is on a budget. So this is the Maybelline 24. Oh my god, my dog. Prince, come here. Give me it. No one can ever just let me film. This is the 24-hour Super Stay Longwear Foundation from Maybelline. There's so many reviews on this foundation on YouTube, so you can look them up if you want. Yeah, so many people love this foundation on YouTube. I think it retails for like $15 or something like that. It's long wearing, full coverage, looks gorgeous on the skin, and this shit really does last. Like, I will go out, wear this all night, be like drunk, sweating, like whatever. This stays on the skin, so I love it. I take 1 pump of, this is 110 Porcelain, which is very, very light. A little too light for me. No! No! Stop it! Go lay down! Go! Now! 1 pump of 120 Classic Ivory, which is a little bit more tan. So I take 1 pump of each on the back of my hand like that. And then I'm just going to take my finger and I just mix this on the back of my hand, and that's how I find my color. I find that this gives me the right shade, the right undertone, without being too light or too dark. A little bit of this foundation does go a long way. Also, I do like to have my foundation like maybe a half a shade lighter than, half a shade darker than my natural skin tone, because your foundation is just a tiny bit on the dark side, it does show up better in pictures, if you're ever planning to take pictures. So yeah, I just dolled this on my face a little bit down the neck. And I haven't showed my full face routine on camera in a while. So before I would just use a beauty sponge, but lately I've been loving the Morphe Jaclyn Hill foundation brush. This is the JH03. It's very dirty, as you can see. And I just use circular motions like this, just to like buff it into the skin. And I just really love the way that my foundation comes out when I apply it with this brush. The brush just absorbs like all the excess foundation, and it allows me to just bring it down my neck. And yeah, I don't know, I just really love it. And then whatever is like left on the back of my hand, I just take it on the brush and just really bring it down my neck and on my ears. Never forget that when doing your foundation, your ears and your neck, it really makes a difference. Okay, so now I'm just going in with my beauty sponge. This is a Morphe sponge. I will list all the products I used today down below, so don't worry about that. And I'm just going to, just any brush strokes I might see or anything like that, I'm just going to smooth them out. Okay, so now I will be doing my eyebrows. I like to do my eyebrows before I do my concealer because I do my eyebrows and then I clean them up with concealer and then I conceal. You'll see. But I am going to do that off camera or else this video will be very, very long. So like I said, I'm going to post an updated brow routine for you guys soon. But the products that I'm going to be using to fill in my brows is the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Auburn, the Anastasia Brow Pomade in Auburn. I use 2 brow products, and then to set them, I use the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Mascara in Auburn. So, I'm going to use these 3 products to fill my brows. I will do that off camera, and I will be right back. Alright, so I just quickly filled in my eyebrows with the products that I showed before real quick, and I'm back. So the next step I do is I clean up my brows with some concealer. So the concealer that I have been absolutely loving lately is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Super Coverage Sculpting Concealer. This concealer is amazing. It has hyaluronic acid in it, which helps hydrate and nourish the skin throughout the day. And it's high coverage, it doesn't crease, it looks gorgeous on the skin. And this freaking concealer tube is freaking ginormous. Like, look at it. You thought the Shape Tape was big? Look at it compared to Shape Tape. But yeah, I've actually been loving it more than Shape Tape because Shape Tape really sets itself, and Shape Tape's absolutely amazing, don't get me wrong. But I just find that this doesn't dry me out quite as much, especially when I bake and all that. So yeah, we're always down for that. So I'm taking this like flat little Morphe concealer brush, picking up some of that concealer on here, and we're just going to, right underneath the brow, just carve it out. Like that. And then I just take my sponge and just go over that. Like so. And you see the difference? Doing that really makes a huge difference. It just cleans up that line right under your eyebrow. Makes your eyebrows look more perfected and not as messy. So we're just going to do the same thing to the other eyebrow now. Okay, so that is that. So now we are going to be concealing and cream contouring, if that's a word. But that's what we're gonna be doing. And to conceal, I'm using my concealer that I just showed you obviously. So I conceal under my eyes, down my nose, on my chin. When I'm cream contouring, I conceal right under here to clean that up, and on my forehead. So I will show you how I do that. Also in the lighting, this concealer looks a lot lighter than it is. I need to get a lighter shade. This shade's a little bit dark for me, especially to highlight. I might pop a little bit of Shape Tape over it to just brighten it up. I just drag this like that. And then like this. As you can see. So now I'm going to bring it up my forehead a little bit. Down my nose. On my cupid's bow. On my chin. And also for when I'm doing cream contouring. Just right here along my jawline. Okay, so now we should look something like this. So I don't like blending my concealer out with a brush. Never have, never will. I don't even know why people come out with concealer brushes anymore, because nothing will blend out your concealer the way a beauty sponge will. So we're going to go ahead and take our beauty sponge and blend that out. And also I'm just going to bring that up over the eyes, because I like to use the concealer as an eye primer for my shadows. You blend this, you just want to drag it down on the forehead. Okay, so now, so this might be too much face makeup for some people. If it's too much face makeup for you, then obviously you don't have to wear this much. But this is just what I do. So I'm going to be taking my Anastasia cream contour. And I'm going to be going in with this shade, which is Java. And this is the light kit. So yes, Java is like the more gray toned. Well, that one's pretty gray too. Java, I would say, yeah, is definitely the lightest out of the kit. It's the more gray toned contour color, which is good for my fair skin tone because we don't want to be looking orange. So now I'm going to be taking the JH08, which is made for cream products. I'm just going to be swirling it around in there and just dragging this along my cheeks, my forehead, and my jawline. So for the cheek contour, you want to start right at the top, where the top of your ear starts, and just drag that down a little bit. Like that. And I'm not going to be bringing it all the way down because when we blend it, we'll bring it down a little more. Now on our jawline. On the forehead. Oh, I got it in my edges. I love a dark forehead. And now we are going to be taking a small pencil brush, or a big pencil brush like this, and dipping it into that same cream contour color. And this is going to be for our nose. Okay, so as you can see for my nose, I just brought that down the sides of it and at the tip. So now we're going to be taking our beauty sponge and just going in, blending out this cream contour. Forehead. Now for the nose contour, I use the flat edge. And instead of pushing it up towards the other one, I drag it down my nose. Does that make sense? Alright, and then I'm just going to take my foundation brush, just run that over my nose contour, just so it doesn't look as harsh. Alright, so far we are looking good. So now, before I bake, I want to further highlight my under eye. So I'm going to be taking just a tiny bit of my Tarte Shape Tape. Oh, my first concealer shade was in the color Almond. And for my Tarte Shape Tape, this is in the color Fair Neutral. I'm just going to be dabbing just a tiny bit of this just to really highlight and make my under eyes nice and bright. I'm also going to run this down my nose as well, and a little bit on the chin. And we're just going to blend this out. This is also just going to give me a little bit extra coverage. And as you can see, I'm looking a lot more highlighted on the under eye. So now, you guessed it, we are going to be baking. So to do that, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is a high-end powder, but one of the more affordable powders that I really love is the Maybelline loose powder. That one, the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder, that one's really good too. So we're just going to make sure that we blend out any creases we have. My eyes are like extra creasy today. I don't know what's going on. Then take that powder and just really press it right into that eye. And bake and set. Alright, so now, actually we can bake the forehead too. To bake down the nose, I like to use this angled brush. Like that. So now while that is all setting, I'm actually going to do my eyes. So whenever I'm doing the dark or smokier look, I like to let loose powder sit under my eyes while I'm doing it, so any fallout that happens doesn't ruin my face, and I can just take a big old powder brush and sweep it away. So I'm going to be trying out a smoky eye look, and if it comes out good, I'm going to do a tutorial on it. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I will be back in a little bit to show you what I do to finish up the rest of my beautiful face. Alright, so I finished my eyes and I am back. I decided to do this smoky eye. I am so absolutely in love with how it came out. I'm always really scared and nervous to do smoky eyes, but this one is just so fucking gorgeous. And I got the idea of it off this YouTube video that I saw with Kim Kardashian and her makeup artist Mario, the legendary makeup king Mario. Yes, and I somewhat followed the tutorial, put a little bit of my own techniques and twist on it as well, and I'm so in love with how it came out, so I'm definitely going to do a tutorial on how I got this look because I didn't use the same products they did. I used the products that I had and that were the most similar to the ones they were using, so I'm definitely going to post a tutorial on how I got this look and my spin on it. But anyways, that's for another video. And for lashes, I'm wearing Ardell Demi Wispies. But yeah, so back to the face, finishing up the rest of the face. So that's the order that I do it so far in. I do my foundation, eyebrows, concealer, cream contour, bake, then I do my eyes, and then I am going to finish off the rest of my face. So first we are going to be bronzing. So to do that, like, we're just going to do a light all over bronze just to warm up the whole face. So to do that, we're taking the Hoola Light Bronzer. I like to do an all over bronze with a lighter bronzer and go in with a deeper bronzer and sculpt it out a little bit more. So we're going to take this big fluffy bronzer brush and just dip it in. If you have a very, very fair skin tone and have a hard time finding a bronzer that doesn't make you look orange or muddy, then this is the bronzer for you. So yeah. So first we're just going to warm up the whole face. Okay, so now we are going to go in and further contour. I'm going to be using a little bit of a smaller brush to contour, and I'm taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Deep, I think. It's probably a little too dark for me, but if you haven't tried this bronzer, you need to. $13 at the drugstore. I'm going to really go in and further sculpt out those cheeks and kind of somewhat set that cream contour that we had going on as well. Alright, so I finished going in and further contouring my cheekbones and also my forehead. Now we are just going to be going over our nose with some bronzer to further contour that. And to do that, I'm taking this brush and I'm dipping into my bronzer. Actually, we're going to use a smaller brush so we can get a more precise contours. Alright, so we're going to be taking this small brush, this like small blending brush. We're just going to dip that in and further contour our nose and set that cream contour that we laid down. And then we're just, as you can see, contour coming through. We're also going to use this too for our lower lip contour. Now, to clean up that contouring that we just did and make it nice and snatched. Alright, I need to calm down. I'm being extra. But yeah, to make our contour nice and snatched, we're going to take some more baking powder. And we're going to pick some up on the flat side of this sponge. And if you don't know this trick already, you're living under a rock, okay? So we're going to take it like this. And we're going to let that set. While we finish up the rest of the face. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Our nose contour, we're going to be taking this angled brush. This is by Morphe. This is the JH10. And we're going to be picking up some more baking powder. And right outside where we laid our nose contour, we're just going to lay that down. So like that. And I just started doing this technique, but I really love it because even if my nose contour isn't perfect, just do that and it'll just clean it right up for you. Alright, so we're going to let that sit, and then we're going to go in with some blush. I have powder all over me. We're going to go in with some blush. This is the Pixie Beach Rose blush. I've been really loving this. It's kind of like a peachy, like mauve-y color. And I love this with a smoky eye. I think it'll look really pretty too. So we're just going to apply some of that onto the apples of our cheeks. Everyone always underestimates the power of blush. Like whenever I'm like doing my, like me and my friends are getting ready together and I'm like, girl, you need blush, and they're so scared. It's like, no, like once you put on blush, it's like, oh, like I get it now. See the difference? Boring, normal, or actually dead, alive, dead, alive. Alright, so now we are going to do some highlighting. And for that, this has been my favorite highlighter lately. This is by Ciate. I need to get a magnetic pan for all my singles because I have so many singles just like sitting in the box like this. This is the Ciate Glow 2 highlighter though. They carry this brand at Sephora now, and this is in the color Moon Dust. This is just, I've just been really loving it. It's such a pretty like champagne with a hint of pink, and just how it like lays on the skin. It just looks so natural, and just that, like, it's that stunning, like, beaming glow, but it also gives you, like, that natural glow from within as well. So, we're going to be using that today. We're going to dust off our bake. Snatched, honey. Snatched. Alright, then we're going to highlight down our nose. Our Cupid's bow. Ooh! Ooh, I did not mean to do that much. On our chin. I need to fix that. And just a little bit up, like in between our eyebrows, like this. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to do our lips. So obviously with a smoky eye, it's better to do a nude lip so you don't look completely like a clown. Only a little like a clown. So the lip combo I've been loving is this NYX lip liner in the color Nude Pink. I'm just going to line my lips with this. Obviously, it's a lip liner. Alright, and then I'm going to, for lipstick, I'm going to use the Twisted Kisses Matte Lip by Eddie Funkhauser lip pencil. I don't know, I got it in my Ipsy, but I really like this nude. And then I'm also going to be topping it with the Macy and Mia lip gloss in Ava. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. So this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching my updated full face foundation routine. I hope some of the things I said in this video were helpful. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video, and stay tuned for this smoky eye tutorial as well. Love you.